Hey guys, today we have a new monster skill balancing. So Come to Us kept the end of their promise by releasing another balance patch after 2 months instead of the usual 3 months plus, which is a great change to the usual balance patch cycle. And let's take a look at the balance patch. It's gonna be a bit shorter, but at least we're getting exciting potentially changes to the game meta, and we're starting off with the Panda Warrior Light. Your attack bar will be increased by it is a small nerf to the Light Panda Tianlang ATB gain when he gained ATB when enemy use any ATB gain skill. So it's a small nerf to Tianlang, and we are seeing a small nerf to Nana as well. One of the more requested nerf to Nana, which reduced the amount of HP for the target that get revived to 40%, which is reasonable, and she's still the same unit as before. Nothing really changed. I think this is more reasonable, but it doesn't break the unit in any sense. So I think we're gonna still see Nana everywhere, pretty much, but not as broken as before. So it's like 100% to like 85%. Usually when they nerf unit in the past, they pull them down to like 50%. So maybe we might see another nerf if Nana is still one of the most picked, one of the highest win rate unit in RTA, but we need to see, okay? 40% is still a whole lot of HP, okay? Oracle Light, start to end, get a small buff. Actually, it's quite a big buff. Grant immunity on all allies for 2 turns. So she's moving to the Pontos tier, right? Pontos used to buff 1 turn immunity, now 2. And now Oracle Light can also do the same, which make her easier to use because in the past, 1 turn immunity is very awkward to use altogether. After that, we are seeing a lot of weak Nat 5 family that get buffed, which is a great sight to see. We're starting off with the Chimera family. All Chimera will now have a better skill 1 effect added. The damage increase as the enemy HP status decrease. So does a bit more damage when you're in a long match. Enemy HP go down, you do a bit more damage to kill them even faster. Not the best thing to be honest, but it is good to have. Chimera Water Skill 3 Crush. Skill activation condition change. Freeze for 1 turn to be a guaranteed freeze, which is pretty good. Resistant ignore as well. So now you can freeze things that has high resist like Lulu a little bit better. And also the ATB pushback together with slow debuff make him really strong. He is arguably on the same tier as Poseidon if you draft him correctly. If they are win unit, then Poseidon will be better because Poseidon is a crushing hit, no ignore element skill. But if you are fighting non-win element team, like they are going with Karno, Wusa, Molong, Nana, for example, very popular unit, then Chimera Water is arguably better, more damage, a guaranteed freeze, 3 turns slow debuff, and full ATB reduced as well. Okay, and he awakened into crit rate, and the freeze is gonna be guaranteed, so at least you know 1 unit is getting frozen, which is very important because 15% resistance a bitch, no matter how high accuracy you have. So that is a pretty good change, I gotta say. Taeyeon, interesting. Especially in a heavy water fire meta, then I think this is a great change. Chimera Fire Collapse will now provoke for 2 turn. A strip into 2 turn provoke. That's not bad. That's not bad. One of the biggest thing about them is their low base speed though. But a strip into 2 turn provoke is quite something. This might make him better in guild content for defense because he has perfect AI. Okay? He's not going to mess around. He's going to buff into the skill 3. So he is a very, very strong fire bruiser in general, but he just doesn't do a whole lot together. But now with 2 turn provoke, and if you get revenge in the middle of that, you cannot really get out of this provoke cycle of the fire chimera. So maybe this is going to push him into the meta, especially in the guild war content. He used to be very popular, but now not so much. Maybe this is going to allow him to go back into the meta a little bit. Chimera Light, Holy Calling will now decrease enemy attack bar by 25% as well. So it can stun, push back attack bar, and increase attack bar. A very strong skill. Personally, I think Shan is not bad. He's slightly better, but I wouldn't say game-changing. Now we have the Onimusha family as well. We have the Water and Light second skill, the skill that can revive. Decrease the cooldown time by 1 turn when used on a living ally. I think it means decrease the cooldown of the skill itself by 1 turn if you put a soul protection on a living ally, not decrease of the target cooldown, right? So maybe this will encourage you to use the skill on a target that's getting, you know, sniped by the enemy, potentially sniped, like you put this on a Tyrannus, a Triana, and then you have lower cooldown for the skill. It has, I think, 3 or 4 turn cooldown, so this is great. Onimusha Dark, Curse of Death. The target defeated by Curse of Death cannot be revived during the battle. Oh, another anti-revive unit. LD Nat 5, so nobody cares. Except for the 5 people in the comment section be like, oh hell yeah, let's go, Onimusha Dark. And the rest of the world is like, what is this? I don't even know. Next, we have the Karma buff for the Onimusha Fire, Wind, and Dark. Remove the target enemy 1 beneficial effect. Oh, remove the buff first and then put Karma on the target. Not bad. Now the Wind one can strip, because the Wind one I see potential, not the Karma on the other two, because the Wind one can gain ATB when enemy use skill with cooldown, aka a first turn stripper. So she can gain attack bar and then she can strip and put Karma on the follow-up unit. Let's say you gain a turn after the Water Ryu move and then you put Karma on Changpeng, which means after that Changpeng will lose HP because Changpeng has to follow up with AoE, right? And also has longer cooldown for that AoE skill. So now Karma has a place, a purpose, which is not bad. I'm not too sure about the Fire or the Dark one, but hey, that's a pretty good buff as well. But maybe, just maybe, the Wind Onimusha might see some light in RTA. Phoenix Water, remove condition for the AoE freeze. Same for skill 2, so you don't have to crit to freeze for both skill 2 and skill 3 for the Water Phoenix, which is great. A friendly beginner unit that is now stronger and easier to use, especially in TOA. Phoenix Light, we have the stun as well, no need to crit, which is great for the Phoenix Light as well. Phoenix Fire, Perna buff. Can't imagine I played this game long enough to the day that we are buffing Perna. Perna will now recover Perna own HP as well. I think it used to do that, and then they nerfed it because it was too OP. And now Perna is kind of just a Rift Beast unit. And now it can heal itself as well, which is not bad. You know, in guild content, when Perna can just go 4 or 5 times, you know, just Perna things, it will heal itself to a healthy amount as well. Flame Nova can now strip. Huh? This skill is usually the skill that do more damage when enemy has higher HP. It usually means you kill something. I don't know about a strip though, but hey, adding a strip to this is cool, I guess. Like the Wind Phoenix, who's mostly used for PvE, will be like, oh, I got a strip, great, I guess. Phoenix Dark can put defense, brick, and branding. So this is a pretty good added effect to the Phoenix Dark. I'm not sure about Wind and Fire though, because, you know, I don't think you use them in a comp that require them to strip anything, because they do so much damage, and that is what they should be doing. But hey, you know, strip is one of the best things to add to any unit, so I guess they just roll the dice on the Phoenix and just, hey, let's allow Perna to strip and stun and heal itself and do a lot of damage. We might see Perna back into guild defense if this is the case. Alright, Phoenix Light, decrease defense for 2 turns. Alright, all the Light Phoenix user are crying in joy and tears as well, because 1 turn defense perk is kind of lame for a setup unit. 2 turn is great. We need to put this one for the Light Grim Reaper as well. That'd be amazing. Dragon buff. Dragon, also another underrated or underused in general family. We have the Water Dragon, will now increase the turn of freezing effect up to 2 with a 60% chance if you attack a frozen enemy. So Snowstorm is the skill 2 that is very terrible. It has not a 100% chance to freeze the enemy, but now if you are attacking a frozen enemy, which are the enemy that got frozen by skill 3, you can now make that AoE freeze effect to 2 turn, which is amazing. But it only works for frozen enemy, which means if the enemy is stunned, you cannot prolong the stun. So mostly for his own use and not for combination with other unit, because only water unit can freeze the enemy and you don't really see a lot of freezing going around, mostly stun. So this is mostly for himself. Next we have the Fire Dragon. Rain of Fire. Inflict continuous damage for 3 turns, will now have a better chance to do so. And increase the enemy cooldown time by 1 turn with a 10% chance. Oh, Rain of Fire is a skill that attack multiple times. So there's a 10% chance to increase enemy cooldown. Zyros is a resetting machine. Skill 3 is a full reset, and skill 2 has a chance to reset even further. That is pretty cool actually, and also good for TOA in general, and also good for arena offense in general. Dragon Wind. Oh, they are buffing Wind Dragon too? Decrease enemy attack speed for 2 turns. Oh my god, Chimera gets slow debuff too. Slow debuff is one of the strongest debuffs right now in the game with how much attack by manipulation we are going around with. So if you get slow by the Wind Dragon and is going with a CC com, boy, that sucks, okay? Dragon Light will now recover the enemy HP by his own max HP, which makes sense because he is a thick boy in general, so he should heal more if the healing amount is proportional to the Light Dragon HP. Dark Dragon get a better stun chance at skill 2. The damage increased by 50% if the target is under an ability effect. So it might increase damage in the middle of doing this skill, which is great. So they're buffing all the dragon. Ifrit Light, increase your attack speed by 5 for each beneficial effect granted on all allies, up to 100. Oh, it's like the Water Sky Surfer, but half of it. Only counting your team buff. But hey, more speed for him is great. It's like chilling, but like it counts everybody on the team, not just himself. So it's gonna be zooming in a team with Bastet that can put instantly 8 buff on the team. With Shield Rune, that's gonna be a lot more buff. So at the start of the fight, he's gonna be moving really fast and doing more damage in general. Interesting. Druid Water, this caught my attention. This might be one of the most annoying buff. And personally, I love Abilio. He's a great unit, very annoying. And now he can remove all harmful effect on himself when an ally HP fall under 40%. Doesn't look like he has a cooldown either. Which means if you put him against a CC team and they are wearing you down slowly, this guy would just like randomly get a turn and then cleanse everything on him, which means no stun, no sleep whatsoever, and he's gonna heal and provoke the entire enemy team. It's really annoying. I love this unit. Oh, I love Abilio even more now. Druid Fire in the beast form will counter attack with a 100% chance if the provoked target attack you. Oh, usually the counter is like 50%, but now it's gonna be 100 to make sure that you slap them with a stun, which is great. Polar Queen Water will now gain another turn instantly if the enemy is frozen after they attack. If you don't know, Alicia skill 3 can actually freeze. They added that a while ago, but it doesn't really matter because it is usually a cleave unit, which means when she used that skill, she should kill something and then get a turn to kill with the skill 2. But now if she failed to kill because our runes are shit, and she freeze because she got lucky, then you can still get a turn to go for skill 2 and destroy the enemy. Polar Queen Water Wind Dark Storm of Midnight. The attack will always land as a crit if the enemy has no beneficial effect. Oh, way better with the strip into Galleon stuff as well, because the enemy will guarantee not have any buff whatsoever, so you will not miss crit. And this is really good for Tiana, who usually strip the enemy, follow up with some sort of control, and then Tiana is gonna pound. This is a great buff to Tiana, because usually you build Tiana with speed or other stuff in your mind and not crit rate, right? Crit rate is the last thing you worry about, even for damaged Tiana. So now you don't have to worry too much. You just put a lot of crit damage on Tiana, and then you do your thing, and then Tiana just gonna pound and everything's gonna die. And that's pretty amazing. This is the best path to Tiana, man. Oh my god. Samurai, every one of the samurai will get immunity when they activate the Sword of Supreme Sky shit. I guess that's pretty cool. They got shield and immunity now. They are a whole package all together in that Sword of Supreme Skywolf skill. Finally. but still nobody gonna use it because unless they proc into that skill, it's just not really worth it. Brownie Magician, run, get on a turn with a... They're nerfing Brownie Magician, run? Wait, they're actually nerfing Brownie Magician, run altogether. But they're buffing Orion. Harmless Prime remove 2 beneficial effect. Wait, 2 is not bad. Oh no, Will Shield. Will Shield is meaningless. Will Shield is meaningless because he removed 2 buff, not 1 anymore. Oh. Oh no, Will Shield is useless against Orion now. You just hope that he doesn't stun or defense break that one particular unit. Oh my god, all these old school guild nightmare like Perna and Orion might be making a comeback, and also Chimera. Whoa, that's a scary buff, man. That's a scary territory. It's a harmful prank now, very harmful. Brownie Magician Fire. So the skill will now increase ATB of all allies, increase their attack speed for 1 turn, grant immunity for 2 turns, grant either attack or defense for 1 turn. Oh, the speed will be there guaranteed. Because in the past, when you buff speed randomly, you kind of disturb the turn order if you speed tune your unit really tight. But now the speed will always be there. And the random thing will be between attack and defense. So they're buffing Brownie Magician to be a more consistent buffer. Brownie Magician Dark Corona. Did I get demonetized? Please, no. Okay, that's the beer. Kindness gone wrong. Remove full effect and beneficial effect with a 70% chance. Oh, more consistent, I see. But still not 100. Still hard to use. Brownie Magician Light. Increase the damage by 100% if the enemy HP is higher than yours when attacking. So more damage for the Light Brownie Magician. Dark Undying. Dark Return. If it is used on a living ally, decrease the current HP by 50% and grants a turn in this... What? It just... Wait. So it will grant a turn instantly, reduce HP by 50%, so it's gonna be good for units that do more damage when they lose HP, like Trevor or Ramagos, or just other stuff like the demon, right? You reduce the HP of the water demon by 50%, and then it will sacrifice the HP and then do very, very good damage. That's pretty good. That's interesting. I'll build this unit because there's a lot of funny combo you can use with this. Onimusha Awakening Change. Oh my, they're going all out with the Onimusha. Water will lose, they will lose all the stats, but they get skill 1 buff. Absorb enemy ATB. Okay. Fire will stun. Okay. Wind 1 will defense break for 2 turns. Oh. Oh. Wow. That's not bad actually. I'm kind of liking all these units. I don't have a fire Onimusha. I'm just kind of pissed. Just kind of pissed, just saying. Dragon Fire, Rain of Fire will now... Oh, they take away the level 5 harmful effect rate plus 10% because that might make the skill 2 very OP because it is a multi-skill and every single hit can increase enemy cooldown. So they are nerfing the skill a little bit. Leader skill Brownie Magician Wind will be attack power. They just buff Bomb Team for guild content. I love it. And we have Harp Magician Guild Leader skill as well. Water will be resistance. Fire will be HP, which is really good for... Yeah, it's just really good for the Water Twins and Fire Harp Magician. And the Wind one will be defense. I mean, they are strong in guild content and they buff these units have guild content leader skill. Make perfect sense. Where the fuck is the Beast Monk buff? Alright, chill, Sean, chill, okay? Skill error of some monster be resolved. Okay, skill errors. I really don't notice any of this, but cool. Anyway, a pretty cool balance patch. A lot of old unit getting buffed. Some of them might see the light of the RTA, of the guild content, might return to the meta. Some fun toys to be built. I'm quite excited actually. If they keep this up every 2 months, hey, that's not all too bad. And they're also kind of noticing the meta a little bit. Let's see how we are moving forward with this, okay? Probably going to be the same meta, just adding more option. And we might see a Belio. We might see Onimusha Win. We might see Dragon. Chimera just got a nice little slow debuff right there. I like it so much. And we might see some guild content stuff as well, but that's all there is for today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really look forward to this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!